Today, let's talk solar, or generators. Or maybe nothing. Hey guys.
Hi guys.
This is part 2 of solar generator or nothing. Boondocking. That's the question. Do you have to have solar? No. Do you have to have a generator? No. You absolutely do not. But both of them will make your life a lot easier. Solar, I've seen people from 100 watts boondocking all winter down here in Florida to 1500 watts. It's just on what you want to run and how fast you want it to charge. A generator, I've seen 42 foot, a Dutch Star come in and they watched TV, they had satellite TV, Dish Network, ran their lights, they did everything, and they ran their generator, what, 45 minutes to an hour in the morning?
That's it.
Onboard generator, and about the same at night. And their house batteries handled everything. They had 4 6-volt batteries.
Right.
Could you do it without a generator? Absolutely. There's a couple in a pop-up at Three Lakes that did not have a generator when they first came in. Last year, there's a couple from London, Kentucky that had no generator, no solar, and a dead house battery. Yeah. And they stayed there a month before they could go get a generator and another battery, but they did it. So how much solar does one person need? We just added another 200 watt panel to our system, which gave us 1170 watts, 70 amps on full sun. I'll give you a quick rundown of ours. I've done videos on ours before, but I'll just give you a quick rundown right now and show you everything we got. Okay, this is the electronic side of it. If you look right here and right here, them are Blue Sky 3024Is MPPT solar charge controllers. They control the power coming from the solar panels over to the batteries so they don't overcharge them. Then the batteries, the wires go from the batteries, and you see they come into this inverter, and that is a 2800 watt Magnum pure sine wave inverter charger. It's a 124 amp charger on top of being an inverter. And then this will run over inside the coach to a sub panel where he's took all my outlets out of my main panel and put them into a sub. So all my outlets are ran off of this inverter. And then I have 2 shutoffs here. I can kill the power coming down to my solar controllers here, and over there I can control or kill my batteries. My batteries are Trojan T105s, 6-volt batteries, 225 amp hour a piece. I have 6 total. When you put them together, you're making 1 12-volt, 2 12-volt, 3 12-volts. So even though they're 225 amp hours a piece, once you combine them, you're still only 225. So you're basically making a 12-volt. So I have 675 amp hour batteries, 337 usable amps, because you can only run them down to 50%. These are the shutoffs I talked about previous that kills the power coming out of these batteries. A catastrophe, it's a 400 amp. When this thing blows, there's something major wrong with your system, and Brian Boone told me to call him and shut everything down. This is the shunt. This is the true amps and watts and volts coming out of your batteries that goes up to the remote inside the coach, so I can keep track of everything that's coming in, going out, and what I've used. Now inside the coach, this one on top brings in everything that's happening on my Blue Skies. the two controllers in the back, the blue and white ones. Everything that comes in, my input, my output, the amps I'm bringing in, the amps I'm using, the volts, all that information. This bottom one is the Magnum. That's the inverter. So like right now, if I can get it to focus, you can see maybe, come on, there, 32 amps. That 32 amps is my fridge right now is running on the solar. I'm not using it, it isn't on gas, it's over on electric. So I'm I'm taking away 32 amps just out of the panels, and I'm plus 34 up there. Right now it's, a cloud must have went over, I'm plus 27, so. But on a really good sun day, not the day of the week, but a sunny day, this one right here will get all the way up to 70 amps. So that was ours. And I have my two compartments you've seen are separate. It's because I have lead acid batteries and my electronics, and you cannot combine the two. Now my buddy, I'll throw a picture in here of his, he has AGMs and he has all these electronics, AGMs, everything in one compartment. I lost two compartments. Another couple's here, they have 4 batteries and I think 400 watts, 400 or 600 watts. When they get back I have to ask them. Generators, where'd I go? I got lost. How much do you need? That's what I was going after. Yes. How much do you need? The only reason, last year I had 640 and it was fine, and I'm doing everything this year that I did last year on 640. So why did you up it? I upped it to 960 in Illinois this past September. And the reason was not to run more stuff, but to charge faster. Then when I had that done, I got pre-wired because I knew these 200s was coming out, and they are the same size as my 160 and 165 watt panels are. So what that gave me was 1170. And now on full sun like today, by 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm 100% topped off. I switch my fridge over and get it off gas. She turns the ice maker on. We can do laundry, we can do everything we want because we're bringing in full sun, we're bringing in close to 70 amps. Do you need that much? No, you don't need that much. And there's Brian just put 3,000 on his fifth wheel and 12 lithium batteries.
He needs that much.
How much do you need? A generator, our onboard generator is propane. It's 6,500. It'll run, it's 50 amp. It'll run anything in the coach. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's propane and I only have a 32-gallon tank. And I have a 30-pound extend-a-stay tank, but it will suck it dry. It does a gallon an hour if you're running the airs and everything on it. I would like to, Wandering Wagner's just bought a 3,500 Predator from Harbor Freight, and I've really been looking at them. I have to justify it. Yeah. You know, I justified the solar because we want to boondock. I'd love to boondock 100% of the time. We know it's impossible, but we want to boondock more than we're going to be in an RV park.
Correct.
So if I knew I could boondock all summer, I would buy that 3,500 Predator that will run 8 to 10 hours with the air running. So it'd run all through the night with the air run. This summer's going to get hot. Obviously, you're going to have air. Yeah, we could chase 70 degrees, but we have kids in Florida and kids in Ohio, and we'd like to spend time with both of them. So we'll kind of be in and out of Ohio this summer anyways. So, and either an onboard or a portable generator is really handy. If you're not going to run the air, you could get by the 2000. The little 2000 Hondas, the 2000 Predators. I mean, gosh, there's 100 people out there that make these inverter generators anymore. But do you even need that? No, you don't need that. You could come out here. I've seen people live in cars down here in Florida, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
In pop-ups. We've seen them live in tents. It's just what you want to do when you boondock. For us, long-term boondocking, which is what we're talking about, solar's a must. It just, it makes life so much easier. It's ran through its own sub panel. Every outlet in our coach is hot. Okay, so I got interrupted, but that's how my solar comes through a sub panel through the inverter, and all my outlets is hot. I think that's where I was. Do you have to do that? No, you don't have to do that. I've seen guys with a 100-watt panel, a couple 100-watt inverter, an extension cord in their coach, and that works just fine. You know, if you want to start low and go high. But the nice thing about our setup, and it's not the best setup, I don't want to be like that, but what's nice about our setup, no matter where I'm at, if we're in a Walmart parking lot or we're out here right now, we're at Hickory Hammock down here in South Florida, no matter what, my coach is hot. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to switch anything. I don't have to hit a button. I plug the TV in and it works. And that's what we wanted. It's a little more expensive to do, especially if you hire somebody to do it like I did, because I didn't want to attempt it. But, and you know, it's the same with Andy's. His is the same exact way. But I think RV or TV, when he did his, that iTask I think he had like 400 watts on there and had an inverter with extension cords, and he spent the whole winter in Quartzsite and was comfortable. So, there you have it. And again, a generator, you have to be careful with your quiet times. Here in Hickory Hammock, it's 10 o'clock at night. So after 10 to 7 or 8?
7 a.m.
7 a.m. you can't run a generator. Do places enforce that? Some do, some don't, but if you're depending on that generator, watch your favorite show at 9 o'clock, you're not going to be able to watch it if that's all you're depending on. If you don't have batteries that's charging, you're not going to be able to watch anything or do anything. So, you know, it's totally up to you. But as far as boondocking 100% of the time, long term, like spending a winter in Florida or out in Quartzsite, I think the best route is solar. I really do. It's so much easier.
It's so quiet.
It's absolutely quiet. We've there was a guy here Saturday night. Saturday night. It was Saturday night. We got here Thursday.
It was Friday night.
It might, whatever night it was.
Yeah.
This guy had a generator so loud. I guarantee where he was, 300 yards.
Oh yeah.
Easy, 300 yards away. And it was kind of cool. We had the coach closed up, all the windows were shut, and I could still hear that generator. That's annoying, folks. And if that's all you got, I get that. But that is annoying, and it's annoying to your neighbors. You know, and I'm not anti-generator, don't get me wrong, but if you're thinking of coming out here and spending a complete winter in a place like this, where I would say everybody we've ran into, from Three Lakes to here and in between, depend on solar, don't they?
Or they have a generator backup if their solar isn't enough, but they typically use just solar. Or
they have enough house batteries that they can charge them during the day and not run at night.
Right.
There was a guy at Three Lakes in a motorhome that he had to have a CPAP. I understand that, but my God, he has 7,500 watt construction generator running a CPAP. That might have been all he had. I understand, but them things are loud, you know, and it's not bad to have it. It's not, you're not looked down upon. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but solar is so much quieter. And I tell you, in the long run, the pop-up that was running, he probably had a 2,500 watt generator that he ran 24/7 the week he was there to run a refrigerator that was probably that tall to put his beer in, right?
Well, he had food in there too, but...
He had beer in there. He had his food in the cooler, okay? Because he didn't want to open his cooler all the time, getting beer out, which would have made his ice melt. He could have bought another cooler and had less in ice than he would in gas running that silly thing. I think it's common sense. Myself, I like the solar, I really do. I have ran my generator, never out like this so much. Up at Three Lakes we did a little bit when we first got there, but for the most part we don't. Not against it. I changed the oil in November of 16, November of 17, no, November of 16, and here it is March of 18, and I got 22 hours on it. We just looked the other day. 22 hours is all I've ever ran it. So,
but you know, some people like to dry their laundry, and you know, they use their convection oven.
Mm-hmm.
And it's things like that that you can't do on solar, so you need a generator for stuff like that. So it has its places. It just depends on your needs and your wants and how you feel like you need to have power to live.
Yeah, you can pick a generator up off Craigslist for $100.
Yeah.
That would power everything you needed, and I get that. And not everybody's got a lot of money to invest in solar, you know, which you can do a little bit of time like we could. I couldn't afford this system when we first did it.
No.
It's took a year and a half, almost 2 years to get it to where it is. So, you know, there you have it. I think the main thing in boondocking that I've gotten off of it, and we're not pros by no means, everybody has that same mindset, and they like the quietness at night. Last night here, everybody pretty much left. There was a party going on back there for 2 nights, playing boom boom music, and it was annoying to say the least. But last night was so quiet, and that's why I boondock. That's the reason.
Well, and you don't have somebody parked on top of you.
No, we're out here and there's nobody else around.
No.
We may have this place for the rest of the week by ourselves before we leave and head to Dupree.
Yeah.
But that's it. I hope it helps. Part 3, we're going to talk about water and composting toilets and showering.
Yeah.
We're going to film her showering.
Nuh-uh. They don't want to see that.
So stay tuned. I hope some of this helps. And real quick, I get asked all the time, how much solar do I need? I have no idea how much solar you need. I got online and there's this thing that you punch in each appliance you're going to plug in, and that tells you how much solar you need, which was the most ridiculous thing because I don't ever plug every appliance in at the same time. So I don't know.
Well, and it's like our toaster. We can use our toaster on solar, but we haven't used our toaster enough to justify us keeping that toaster. The toaster's going to go.
Right, we can use the microwave for a couple minutes on it too. You just can't. You can do popcorn and warm something up, but we're not big microwave people, so that's we use it for storage more than anything.
Yeah.
So there you go. Next one's water composting toilet and showers.
Woo.
Conserving water or not conserving water? That's the question. Hey, thanks guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Facebook,
Instagram.
we'll see you guys later.
Bye.